Welcome to Dark Psychology. In today's program, the theme we are going to expand on is the power of groupthink, exploring the undercurrent of social movements. Everyone is part of a group, and this group sometimes leads us to make some seemingly irrational decisions. Imagine your decision to buy a property or invest in the stock market. Would you be influenced by public opinion? A particularly popular real estate or stock can arouse our desire to make quick money. This kind of group decision-making environment often pushes reason aside, and we actively follow the trend. In this case, we are no longer independent thinking individuals, but participants in groupthink. This phenomenon is called group polarization by social psychologists, which means that when individuals are in a group, they will tend to perform more extreme and risky behaviors. And this behavior sometimes leads to huge mistakes, such as a poor real estate market or a plummeting stock market. Looking back at the 2008 financial crisis, part of the reason why the real estate market went from extreme prosperity to collapse was that people were overly optimistic about the market and ignored risks. Around the world, people are investing ever-increasing amounts of their wealth in real estate, fueling frothy markets. When the bubble finally burst, it affected the global economy. Let's look at the stock market, which is a perfect example of groupthink. A piece of good news can send a stock's price skyrocketing, and a piece of bad news can send it plummeting. Many times, investors do not make investment decisions based on in-depth understanding and analysis of the company, but are driven by public sentiment. The power of groupthink is very powerful and has a significant impact on the normal operation of individuals and society. However, we cannot conclude that groupthink is necessarily negative. In many social movements, the power of groupthink can also drive positive social change. For example, environmental movements, gender equality movements, etc. The promoters of these movements are often people who share the same ideals. They work together to promote social progress. Therefore, groupthink is not necessarily evil, nor is it necessarily good. What matters is how we understand it and how to use it. In the next episode, we will continue to explore more profound and interesting psychological topics. See you next time on Dark Psychology.